I need you to smile. Greetings, boys and girls. My name's Dr. Monroe, and Mrs. Kalan has asked me to read a story today for you all. And I'm here with my good friend Amir. And today, we're going to talk about courage, grit, and following the rules. And we're going to learn that through a book called The Playbook. And it's by Kwame Alexander. Amir, you ready to sit down and listen?
Yeah.
You are sitting down, so thank you very much. Keep smiling, my friend. Boys and girls, let's begin. Now, as we begin our story today, I'm going to ask that you listen carefully because these are three very important concepts. It says, sports teaches you character. It teaches you to play by the rules. It teaches you to know what it feels like to win and lose. It teaches you about life. That was from Billie Jean King. She was a Hall of Fame 39-time Grand Slam tennis champion, founder of the Women's Tennis Association. In 1891, when James Naismith invented the game of basketball with a soccer ball and two peach baskets to use as goals, he also had to create some rules. 13 of them, in fact. Rules like the ball may be thrown in any direction with one or both hands, and the time shall be two 15-minute halves with 5 minutes rest between. Over the next 100+ years, these rules would govern the hoop game and make basketball one of the most popular sports in the world. I believe that sports are a great metaphor for life. In our games, we decide who the best players are to assist us, we flex our skills, and we test our will to win on and off the court. One character is built during the times we are victorious and also during the times we are met with major challenges. This is when we find out what we're really made of. There are countless stories of athletes who faced defeat to accomplish historical feats. They, like you and me, had dreams. Big dreams. How do we make our dreams come true? I believe that we have to be passionate, determined, focused, and work hard in order to succeed. But we also have to master the rules of the game. So, Amir,
Yes.
it's important to not only know the rules, but you have to also what? Do the rules or follow the what?
Rules.
Exactly. So I'm going to ask you to sit still and listen to the story. You got it?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Want to be a baller? Know the rules. Want to be better in school? Know the rules. Want to have better friendships? Know the rules. Want to succeed in the game of life? Know the rules. In 8th grade, I was eager to succeed in sports and in popularity. I wanted people to know who I was, especially the girls. I wanted to walk down the halls and get high fives, daps, and hollers. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be the man. Thing was, I had no idea how to do it until a friend of mine, his name was Vince, suggested basketball. I was tall and agile, and my dad had been a star baller. So I figured what I lacked in actual talent, my genes would make up for it. I tried out and made the team. First game of the season, I bring the ball up the court, dribble the ball between my legs, behind my back, no defender in sight. I get to the half-court line and decide in front of hundreds of classmates, teachers, parents, and girls that I'm going to shoot and hopefully score the first points of the game. I throw the ball up right there at the half-court line. It's the first play of the season, and if I make this, there will be newspaper clippings for me, for my kids to read one day. If I make it, everyone will know Kwame Alexander. I don't make it, well, the ball goes over the backboard and hits the scoreboard. Me and my coolness get benched. So much for basketball. I finish out the season sitting mostly on the sidelines. One of the rules I learned growing up was to never give up, especially when you really want something. So the following year, my freshman year, I try out for the junior varsity team. I don't make it. Cedric, my best friend, who was not as tall as I was, but ripped, he had muscles. Y'all suggested that we try out for the football team because everybody liked football players. I said yes. We both made the team. We were wide receivers. First game of the season, he gallops down one sideline. I speed down the other. I eagerly await my chance to get the ball. Score! Hear the cheers. I see my mom in the stands, so I wave at her. The quarterback looks my way. Oh yes, it's about to go down. I'm about to score a touchdown. Then everybody will know me. Thing is, I never get the ball. I get knocked flat on my butt by some monster who actually has this nickname, Monster. Lights out, crickets. Cedric goes on to score many touchdowns as the star receiver of my football team. He even plays in college. My mom benches me after the hit, and it's no more football for me. Truth was, football wasn't really an interest of mine. I thought it might make me cool, but all it made me was sore. I guess the rule I learned that day was know your strengths, know your passion. Know that if your heart isn't in it, the monster will hurt you. Then my mom suggests another sport. Kwame, cool is what you make it. I remember her saying, if you're bent on playing a sport, why don't you try tennis? Tennis? The uncoolest sport on earth. My dad had played high school tennis too. He was a high school competitor of Arthur Ashe. The one exception to the tennis isn't cool rule. I thought my mom was bonkers. No way I was going to sport a pair of white shorts and an alumni racket. Thing is, I trusted my mom. She was pretty smart and always had my back. Took me out to the courts, taught me some of the basics, practiced with me. I decided to give it a shot. Sometimes you may not agree with or understand the advice you get, but if you heed it, it just might stick with you until you come to understand it. Until you live it and breathe it. But first you need to say yes to the possibility. You need to be open to new things. You have to say yes to yourself. The most important rule I think I ever learned is that when you're presented with an opportunity that may seem different or challenging or unknown, sometimes you've got to summon the courage to trust yourself and say yes. So I said yes. I tried out for the tennis team and I made it. I was number 12 on a roster of 12. My father had purchased me a gold-plated tennis racket from Kmart to go along with the corduroy shorts and red Chuck Taylors. I looked like a tennis player and played even worse. Actually, I didn't play in one match the first year. I just watched. The next season, I moved up to number 9, and I got to play in my first match, which I won. Suddenly, my confidence was building. My ego wasn't. I wanted to be a starter on the team, to play in every match, and that motivated me to keep playing, to keep trying, even when faced with the ridicule of some of my teammates. The older guys on the team didn't think I was that good, didn't think I was worthy to be a starter, and didn't take me seriously. So I devised a plan. It involved practice, and more practice, and still even more practice. 6 hours every day during summer vacation, we practiced. Me and Sean and Rob and Paul and Claudia. And the real reason I wanted to be cool. The real reason I practice is because I wanted to be cool. We all have what it takes to do exactly what we want to do in life, no matter what anyone else says. If someone tells you you can't do this because you are whatever, I say embrace the challenge. Wear it like a new pair of Converse or Jordans. Meet it head on, find your grit, and put in the work to elevate your game. That's what'll make you a champion, if not today, tomorrow. So boys and girls, one thing I used to tell my students is never say can't. Say not yet, but soon with practice. So folks, I want to encourage you to practice, to find your COVID comfort, find your passion. And don't forget to dream, because the harder you work, you can make your dreams your reality. This is a word from Doc. Thank you for listening. Peace.
And